Oh shit. I'm sorry. Welcome to Andy against Zayu. And sorry that I was muted. We are seeing ranges for both, and we are seeing a market for Zayu. And this is also the time for predictions of this set. Holy moly, you start with 10 pop on Marketplace? No, you don't. You start with 2 trade cards, additional to the villagers. Possibly Sean! Thank you for the raid. We are casting RAGNARÖK, round of 16 of the tournament I'm hosting. 1v1 deathmatch, FreakinAndy against Zayu over the edge. You came right to the start of the set. We had a really good set between Rage and Sadara. If you want to watch it back after this set, be welcome. I won't spoiler it. And you should definitely think about that as well. But thanks a lot for the raid. Possibly Sean. We are playing 1v1 deathmatch. And we are starting with a Hindustani mirror. Not too many eco KD so far. And we do see Care Watchers for Zayu and Care Watchers for Andy. We saw also Hand Cannoneers as the ranged unit of choice before. Thank you, Mr. Sean. I hope your stream was great. And thanks for the raid. And yeah, journey being great so far. Also, fantastic set earlier that we just finished casting. Now it's Zayu vs Andy. Kind of half-life, because the set before took so long that they had started a little bit. Even though they were thankfully waiting quite a while. It's not looking too bad for Zayu. Andy, the favorite here, being seed 5. Zayu, seed 10 or something. And Andy also really good RM player, right? Top 50 RMer, maybe even more. Rick saying, let's go Zayu. He's certainly the one pushing. Little raid over here will be annoying. Catch a villager over there. 5 trade cards, so better trade numbers for Zayu, but I think he's pushing too deep here. That's a horrible fight for Zayu. No! It's not mega random. It is Marketplace. But yeah, why so much wasting there? Keller being a fan of the Hand Cannoneers over here. In the last set, we actually saw them go for no ranged units, which I think is worse than having Care Watchers. I'm still a bit torn, but I would have liked to see a Hand Cannoneer versus Care Watcher matchup. Haven't seen that. Andy raid in Mega Random. He also did play really well in Battle of Africa. Don't you also play a lot of Mega Random, Toro? I saw you. I tested Capture Edge earlier and watched the Mega Random game with you. Disaster you, but he got a good new RB out again, right? Food, same for both. And Disaster you is not the one making the crossbows. These are the ones coming from Andy, and that fight is looking good for Zayu. At least Camel's more HP. Needs to send in all his CA, all the Camels and the Halberdiers from the back there. But has a little bit of hill bonus over here. This might be a good fight for Andy. Zayu super close KD. And getting castles up over here next to Andy's markets. Also having Gurjara unique units, Gulam over here. So southern control for Zayu as well. I think Zayu is ahead in this game. 3 villagers more for Andy. Super close game 1. You only play it if you match versus arena players? Okay. Yeah, now Zayu retreating here. Trying to go for the southern front with his Care Watchers. That castle not being deleted yet, but the markets here over here are being stopped. And we only see 4 trade cards. 210, so also not too many for Zayu. But now the northern army pushing in, and there's 2 trebuchets with it. So not too sure if that fight wasn't optimal in the end. He's kind of giving up the north, which will be dangerous on that front, but has the Care Watchers here. Too early to kill trade though, but he's stopping all the castles in the trade. Can maybe do some eco damage over here. And FreakinAndy might run out of gold, but there's also still a lot of like gold piles on the map, right? So I think you can live on that for a little bit. And Andy is kind of known from team games to go to trade later than other people. Freakin always the ones who went to trade the latest. Even in games they are winning in team game tournaments. Castle falling here, and the trebuchet is in a quite nice spot between all those trees. Nicely to protect. Now hand cannon is being added for Andy, so Keller will like that. Stream cheating from the past, clearly, yeah. The HCA, how many villagers did they get? Oh, got a lot of villagers, I think. But then Andy realized, and now they will get cleared up. And this castle still hasn't been killed. There's still no trade for Andy, really. Zayu has more trade. But with this push, if that castle falls, his whole trade is open. Looked like a close game at the start, but Zayu putting too many villagers, too many units down there, and the fight in the end wasn't as optimal. Now Andy the one pressuring big time. There's a gold here, there's a castle here, 2 trebuchets. Not really protected, but where is Zayu's army? Fighting in between the production buildings. It's starting to be better fights now. Maybe he can push that back and repair the castle. I think he's definitely going to lose the castle, but maybe he's going to save his trade. And southern corner castle was deleted now. I don't think it was killed. No, Andy has enough stone. But yeah, Andy can't trade there. Maybe looks at trading to the north. Look at that. Look at that. They're both trading with the same market. Oh, mega lul. I think actually Andy is trading with Zayu's market. Trade stealing in the DM 1v1. Well, 20 villages for both. Massive army advantage for Andy though. And even though Zayu is denying the southern trade, Zayu is looking massively in trouble. No wood, no food, only gold. Needs to switch these villagers, but it might be too late. 70 to 29 army, and the caravanserai here. Karkat was deleted, so all the trade cards, yes, they were actually trading with Zayu's market. Otherwise, they would not come back empty. This one did reach the market, these ones did not. So yeah, kind of one trip wasted here for Andy. Will not matter, cause he's just eating Zayu space from the north. And Zayu had hopes to win game 1 and then his home maps, and I think that is being shredded by Andy right now. Was a really close game at the start. But a little bit too much army lacking behind, not joining the main fight there. Plus, I think too much investment into the south lost him the main fight and his base. Still having short trade, but I don't really see him stopping this army. Yeah, trying to remass here, but it's still 21 versus 61. Hand cannoneers are there for Andy now as well. Not having meat shield, but so the cavalry just could kill them. But the cavalry is also being shot at with the hand cannons. And I think hand cannons are better against camels. So he still has this castle down here. They're killing buildings. I don't think. Did they kill castles? I didn't see them killing castles. Maybe might lose his traps. Maybe Zayu can prolong this game a little bit. And he's still just trading with the northern market. There's a caravanserai by Zayu that feels kind of worthless now as he has only this short trade. Could make one here. But I think doesn't have the stone for it. I always forgot which resource you need for a caravanserai. Zayu could also try to trade with the right side actually. That castle wasn't started. That castle's gonna go down. And I think for catching up to the players, I will speed up a little bit here. Because I don't see Zayu coming back. 2 army. We're close to 1 energy pop. And yeah, there's the GG. So let's see if I'm able to... there's no game code. Catch game 2 live. Let's see the caddy here, better for Andy. Biko, besides gold, better for Andy. Zayu too much on gold there. And Andy, a bit of an overboom maybe. But yeah, 1-0 lead for the favorite, who is the freaking Andy. Freaking Andy, man. And let's see if I can find them live in game 2. $175 wood and 50 stone. Okay. Typisch Andy. Okay, it wasn't the time for him one. Let me look on Andy's profile if I can download it from there. I could. So we're gonna go into game 1, game 2 shortly. If it extracts. Why did I make that sound? I like my skirmisher sounds, but that sound was weird. Yeah, but is it close? Just want this record. Come on. So, map draft. Here's the map draft. So, Zayu has Kavasan, 4 legs, mega random. And I know what we're gonna see already. But you don't. Maybe. What Andreas is doing. Andreas is doing, well, no, Zayu is picking the whole map. And he has picked Kavasan, Gurjaras, and Dravidians. So, what would you guys prefer? Gurjaras or Dravidians on Kavasan? A matchup that was possible in the winners matches, which is something that Andy actually didn't play because Leaf didn't show up. So Zayu counting on that. Andy didn't do his research on that matchup. 5 stables, 5 ranges for Andy, who picked the Gurjaras. And we do have 4 barracks, 4 archery ranges, so pretty small build order for Zayu here, whose villager is walling herself in, even though Andy disengaged already. So we're gonna start with Halberdiers against the inevitable Camels with more melee armor and faster attack speed. Also, Gurjaras will have a production bonus, so Gurjaras should get the middle first, and then it's on the Dravidian player to push them back with siege onagers. Most people liking Dravidians more. I would actually pick Gurjaras every day here. I think Gurjaras are the way stronger civ if played correctly. And the key for the Gurjaras, in my opinion, is siege. You need siege elephants and onagers. And plus 3 Vamsha riders, not too many camels, and elephant archers. If Gurjaras do that, I don't think Dravidians have a chance. Well, at least Zayu doesn't have a chance with Dravidians. Because when I did that, I beat him every time. We'll find out soon enough. I'm not too sure if Andy will do the right thing. I don't see siege workshops by him. So I think that's not the right call. Eliacha plus SO, too strong? No. I don't think so. Gurjaras' production bonus is massive, but yeah, Andy's not adding siege, so then I think if the Gurjaras don't eat siege in time, add siege in time, and don't kill the Dravidians fast, then the Dravidians win. Just have to mass. Dravidians win this, tried it many times, just have to mass also a death ball. Didn't I play that matchup against you as well? Ah, we were testing Bengalis, right, Trappy? I don't remember. There's the siege just coming from Zayu. Camel is trying to go forward. Gurjaras is always getting the middle at the start. And should also have the better expansion because they're way quicker. So can get the neutral goals way easier than the Dravidians. And Andy using the Shivamsha Riders to raid. Very, very good raiding unit as well. Another advantage for them. Siege Elephants being added by Zayu. I love Siege Elephants in this matchup because they are really, really nice at catching the Ele Archer fire. And the Dravidians can actually like get them a little bit easier with the food cost. Now, the unique unit for Gurjaras I don't like at all. I don't think they add anything here. Maybe against the Halberdiers. But they die easily to Siege Archers and to the Elephant Archers. So I don't think the Chakram Throwers are too good. War Elephants? For who? The Dravidians. Nobody gets War Elephants. Dravidians get unupgraded Battle Elephants. That's clearly the wrong choice. And the Gurjaras don't get elephants. How funny, it's good to build them. Well, Rage isn't playing. We saw Rage earlier. A massive castle amount in the middle for Andy, but the Death Ball is up and I don't see a Siege Workshop. Only one Bombard Cannon queued. I think that's a mistake from Andy, and the problem is how quick is the siege for Zayu over here. Villager count massively behind, but it's a no treadmill crane civ against the civ that does everything really fast. So that's understandable, I'd say. And the siege elephants are taking down the castles. Where's everybody talking about war elephants? There's no Persians here. The siege elephants are really, really strong. If you want to talk about siege elephants, you are right, because I think they are the key, and they think they are what is FreakinAndy is missing massively over here. The siege elephants soaking up the arrow fire. The elephant archers can tank that pretty well as well. Then we got the siege archers if they can get in, if the castles are dying. Andy did a good job collecting 2 relics, but 3 not collected yet. Andy trying to get a castle up over here, but it's already being trapped down. I mean, guess it's taking 2 traps that aren't killing this, but Zayu's massive army is just rolling them over. I still think Gurjaras can win that, but I think Andy's not playing it correctly. Fighting under 4 castles doesn't matter if you have these amazing guys over here and there's no onagers for the opponent. You wouldn't think of it, but onagers are the clue for Gurjaras, in my opinion. Death ball time, indeed. And like Zayu's doing this really smartly, like using the siege elephants. And yeah, there's the Shivamsha Riders, also a nice unit in this one, because they can dodge the arrows, a good meat shield in form of a ram. I think the siege elephants are better, but they're good at going in between and sniping the SO. But yeah, the death ball is coming in. Only 44 villagers though, and out of food is Zayu. So if somehow Andy can hold this, he could be looking at a comeback, but the relics will go out as well. Andy is indeed on quicker on the expansion, will get the lakes. 2 fishing ships without any protection here will go down. Andy also has fish, but not more on food than Zayu, and that is a bit surprising and disappointing on the macro side for Andy, because he's running out of food now and therefore also can't add the most important siege unit, the siege elephant. Could add in other siege units though, which I would really like, but all his workshops are here on the left. And yeah, it's making some siege elephants now, but I think it is too late. Zayu looking to take his home map over here still. Eco might be worrying, but 114 to 54 army and an opponent struggling on food. One thing that Dravidians have a hard time though is raiding. So if you can buy enough time with this push, we saw that with was that lower T against most milk? There, like lower T was playing the Gurjaras, had the dash ball, was also playing. No, his opponent was also playing Gurjaras. Lower T had the death ball army as an opponent's base, but just completely got raided to death. While Most Milk was rebuilding his eco around all the map, and Most Milk actually won that after losing the middle big time and being against the massive death ball army. So that is possible. That is the chance remaining for Andy here. And yeah, camels are great use against the siege elephants if you don't have your own ones. There is his own ones though. Zayu now getting the middle, but the longer it takes, the better for Andy to reorganize here. Even though I think late game Dravidians, not the worst. If it gets super late though, the Hussar raids, Shriramsha Rider raids for a bit, and then Hussar raids when you don't have gold for that anymore, can be really important. And the Yeso obviously help against the opponent's siege elephants, which is... I said it often enough, right? You need your own onagers to defend against that. Or Shriramsha Riders can do fine too. Round attack, still losing one onager. And they eventually do go down, right? Even with their armor. If they get focused like this, which Zayu did very well. But Zayu didn't get up the castle. And he's kind of giving up the weird position, right? Because one army's at the left, one army's right. And Zayu is kind of giving up the hill, trying to break Andy's base. Not too sure about that, but he's splitting his big army and will lose this castle there. But he does have a massive army on the right side. And GG Rip might have been a little bit too early. Andy still has the stronger economy. 55 farms for Andy. Can start raiding. Would really like to see some side stables from Andy's perspective. Send Shriramsha Riders into all the back food economy here for Zayu. Zayu is making siege elephants there in the middle, losing the fight, but winning the fight here on the side. Getting into the farming economy of FreakinAndy and still also biggest farming eco actually over here. And it's slow, right? It's slow to mop up all the spread out eco by Andy. Really, really interesting game 2. Oops, and I completely forgot to give Andy his game 1 win. Zayu actually winning water here. Will give him some control, but the gold almost completely mined there. Zayu also won this water, is not contesting this gold spot though. And the middle is going for Andy, but Andy calls the GG with Zayu running through his base. And I promised it correctly. No 3-0 sets today, everybody. We have another series after the great one early. Economy better for Andy, but the death ball for the Dravidians. 450 to 300. 1.5 to 1 KD, even though production was so dominant for Andy. In my opinion, lacking the siege. Dan, was you wrong? No, I still don't think you and me are wrong. I still think Gurjaras are the better civ. But Zayu played the matchup better. And that is what counts. So we're going to Andy's home map now. That's how you won Kavasan. That means Golden Swamp, Runestones, or Atacama. I wonder if Andy picked Golden Swamp so Zayu can't pick it, or if he actually wants to play it. I think Andy maybe actually wants to play it. And we catch them. They are alive. And it's a... No, we didn't catch them. Give me a second. Sorry, amigo. Need to correct the scoreboard to that is score right? Should be 1-1. And Andy's indeed going for swamp. But I really need to use the restroom. I'm sorry, it's like 2 neck-to-neck sets. I can't do everything. Give me 1 second. I don't think we'll catch up to them anyways. Which is fine. It's quasi-live. Good. You can speculate about which civs Andy picked. Oh, I can tell you the civs. It's Berbers versus Turks. What would you pick, BB? What was Zayu's home pick? Gurjaras against Dravidians. And he won it with Dravidians. And we now are at game 3 with Andy picking Turks and Berbers and Zayu, as I would have known, going with the Turks. And actually I know that Zayu's kind of prepared for this. I mean, not completely, but because of my thinkings about home map choices. Yeah, let's see. We do have 6 stable opening for Zayu and 8 stable opening for Andy. So both going for land before water. What do you think? What's better? Berbers for Kalkoko? Jenny tours Berbers, I mean. People are favoring Berbers, but did Zayu win with Dravidians? He did. Really? Okay. Keller also thinks Gurjaras are better. I think so too. But I don't think Eddie played it perfectly, as I've explained quite a lot during that matchup. Not making siege early enough. Turks should clap. Do Turks get heavy demo? Turks do get heavy demo. Berbers get the best demos in the game, though. Faster heavy demos. Keller said I clapped him with Gurjaras. Same. I clapped him with Gurjaras too. And I think if played right, Gurjaras win every time. But it's kind of iffy to figure out how to play them right. And so it worked. Demos coming up for both. Andy looking stronger on the water. Has 6 docks up as opposed to only 1. So Zayu looking a little bit too late on the docks. But if Zayu goes through, we might see the matchup more often. So I'm excited for that in the quarterfinals. This being the last set of the round of 16. Andy stabilizing now. Zayu stabilizing now, eating some big demo shots though. Better camels for nobody. Actually the same camels, but cheaper camels for Andy. So that is better for him. Water tech tree, I think better for Turks also with the long range cannon gains. Berber tech tree is also fine though. Get heavy demo, get cannon with bracer. I'm not too sure about ship, right? Do you know why Zayu didn't rush at all in this game? Good question. Also market for Andy. But already burning through his gold with way too many camels in queue, I feel. Like, won't these all die to demos? He's got elite cannon gain out. The worst elite cannon gains. Janissaries? What? Okay, weird as hell. I think way too many land units. Zayu not having enough docks. Really needs to add some more docks there. But I don't like that Andy's queuing that many camels. I think that's just food for demolition ships. Solara and Keller already figuring out what they're gonna do in the rest of the week. It's looking strong for Andy. And castle down, docks too late. Berbers with the cheaper camels winning, but that can't really be. It's just like Andy's playing the better Golden Swamp game here, I think. Has more docks up, focused docks earlier. The rush was good for him, and Zai is clearly on the back foot. Also not adding seed workshops. I thought he would have tried something with that. Andy really nice control over the middle. 3 castles there. Zayu also not really making a switch to land. Turks no helps, Babels no helps. Yeah, but both have demos, and the camels are all on water. They should all blow up. Why Gurjaras are better than Dravidians? Let's talk about this game, guys. Watch back my cast. I think I explained how Gurjaras win that. And what Andy did wrong. But Andy's doing everything right here. Not everything. Still way too many camels for my taste. But on water, he's clearly winning. He has the cannon gains, yeah, but there's no protection for them anymore. We will maybe snipe this castle as it goes up. Demos. Okay, cannon giants are not firing on the castle anymore. Nice demo shots. But yeah, the camels, now that they're off water, they're looking way better. Running all through Zayu's base, and Zayu calls the GG. And yeah, Andy going up to 1. So everybody won his home map so far. Getting the market with the Berbers and the superior water play there. As we can see here, the military population mainly on water. Too many camels still for my taste, but I guess you've got to do something with your market gold and your food. And they're hella cheap for the Berbers, so well played there. And no bricks. Genitors are very rare sight in all the game modes. Hate to break it to you. Let's go back to the map draft. Andy winning Golden Swamp. I had some more hopes for Zayu there, but that was the, I think, clearest win of the set. And game 4. It is. Wait, didn't I have the rec? Oh, I have it here. It is 4 lakes Zayu. What? Zayu is going 4 lakes humans for game 4. Well, glad you both watched, so nobody of you can ban each other. I think that's the right thing. We have a Cuban war, so we might get a very quick game 4. But for who? I'm surprised Zayu's picking this. Like, that's a high confidence pick. Did you see that? Andy was tempted for a second to queue camels. Andy showing some nerves. And not getting a kill over here. Oh no, actually Andy got a kill. That is not too good for Zayu. And already castle placed on the main gold. Andy wants to get up a castle quickly. Both queuing massive amounts of step lancers. No surprises in a mirror. The camel misclick quickly fixed by Andy. Do we say a market foundation for someone? We don't. And I think humans might have been the wrong choice. And he's pretty quick. 6 vehicles, 7 vehicles. Zayu could have thought a bit longer about a mirror pick, I feel. Yes, he beat coming with it, but Andy's a very different player than coming. And I don't understand picking humans against Andy. Well, he fixed the raids now, but it's 2 villagers. 2-8. Andy's house at the same pop as Zayu, so the military numbers should be pretty equal. Eco development will be way later, though. And good fight for Zayu, and overall better numbers there. But still, like the economy deficit. Okay, there's something in the back now, but not getting any villages because they're all in the front building siege workshops. Adding cav archers for Andy this late. I think he could have finished the castle and then made free kip checks as well, but probably wants to catch the last villages quickly. But Zayu taking better fights. Zayu taking nice fight over here. And the Step Lancers might get more kills though. Zayu can't afford to lose more villagers, and now Zayu is not. Well, actually still has the better Step Lancer numbers in that fight. Andy having to retreat. But yeah, and he has the cavalry archers in the back, and that is nice for him. Zayu now try and go for market, not going up, losing more and more villagers. 11-5 eco KD, and in the end, Step Lancers will trade, and then Andy will have the better army. Also starting the market now. He saw the market from Zayu. Does want him to deny. Oh, he actually didn't see the market. It's not built. But yeah, but Andy also gets the market at a comeback chance. Maybe a little bit of food sales, food buying, but food runs out so quickly in this, and there's the cav just being added. Yeah, KD was pretty similar as Zayu took some nice fights at the start, but with the I mean, it's only 6 villages on gold, but catching up in eco will be impossible. And yeah, Zayu selling his food, and he narrowly got the market up before sold the wood. And selling food is basically saying GG. I'm sorry, Zayu, but why you pick humans? He sold his last 1,000 food. Now we will never get economy. And I don't even for what he sold it. For 10 more Step Lancers? Aye. Feels bad, man. At least he took a game of Andy. Something I didn't manage in Mass of Arabia. Bad idea to sell food, GG idea to sell food. And he's also out of food. But I guess he's making units that don't cost food. But like, Step Lancer numbers are actually better for Zayu. He's denying this castle. I mean, he's completely dying to these Step Lancers, so it won't matter. 8 villagers, and like the only thing he has is these 50 Step Lancers, and he'll throw them away into the castle now. I mean, maybe they get so low everything game that it can go long enough, but that's really hypecaster arguments. Now I think this is super over. I guess we can get some food eco with wood, but these last 4 villagers probably also gonna die. Zayu looking for some kills here in the back, but Andy does have castles up at the front and at his main gold. No castle on the right. Maybe could do some damage over there, but Andy already expanding here. So these 2 villagers do see the castle actually. No, yeah, let's make an outpost to double check if that's really a castle. This fighting would probably be better. Wait, no, there's this castle, so it's not possible. Maybe the outpost sees that. Yeah, the outpost sees that. So these villagers will have to run. Starting TC, dying as well. 1 TC for Zayu. Playing it out here a little bit. He killed that. Yeah, Palisade walls don't work with Step Lancers. But it's like 41 pop to 100. And a trip. It's a lowly trap, but there's not a single unity. Actually, Zayu could get some kip checks, which would probably get that, kill that trap. 11 villagers. Feels bad, man. Okay. Little victory for Zayu killing that TC. They aren't making free kip checks. Zayu noticed. We'll get that castle there. And we'll kill the TC. So the moral victory. Yay! Do you see that? Beauty points for Zayu. But there's nothing more to be won here. I mean, if Andy doesn't totally throw. It would be super massive throw for Andy. He's just killing the dogs. You're not getting any food. 4 villagers in the queue with 11 existing. You can't win with that. Selling, like... This is actually going down so slow that maybe Zayu had a little tiny chance if he didn't sell his last 1,000 food. I think it's still over if he doesn't sell the food, but selling the food is like... suicide. And like Andy's killer blow move was to get the market up quicker and sell the wood. And his real killer move was the rush. GG, good luck next, called by Zayu.